Let's bring in Breitbart economist and finance editor John Carney. John, good to see you. A lot of ridiculousness we just played at the start of the show here, but I want to go to one point because Kamala Harris says she wants to turn the page in the past. And of course she does, because the best judge of future performance is to look at someone's past performance. And if you look at Kamala's past performance, it's a disaster, right? She wants no one to look at the past. Just forget about it.
Right, she has all of these words. She says, turn the page, move on from the past. But Kamala Harris is the past, and there's no reason for Americans to think that her policies will be better. In fact, everything she's mentioning would make things worse. Her solution to inflation caused by the Biden policies is to have price controls, which would just make shortages and wouldn't reduce any prices at all.
John, there was something that we were talking about, is that there seems to be a movement in the media, big media, even in Axios. Axios has this story getting into, hey, it's been 7 weeks since she was anointed, and it goes through here are the problems. One, her views have changed so dramatically in 5 years. She hasn't talked about that. But also, why did President Biden's top advisors routinely leak word that they found her performance disappointing and episodically problematic? And it digs into that. Why are they all of a sudden getting tough with her? Sorta, tough. Sean and I have a debate about this, but I'm curious what you think.
I think that they're actually getting a bit nervous that Kamala Harris is basically revealing that she says, my values haven't changed. But really what we're learning is that she pretty much has no values at all. She is willing to say anything to get elected. So she was against plastic straws. Now she's for them. She wanted to raise the capital gains rate as much as Joe Biden. Now she says kind of, maybe she won't do that. This middle class small business tax cut that she may or may not be proposing, it's always hard to figure out. Well, all the Democrats voted against it. She was not for it when it came up back in 2018 when the Republicans were pushing that. The Democrats all voted against it, almost. All the Republicans voted for it. But now she says she's in favor of it. I think they're getting worried that she may be revealing that she has no principles at all.
Good. We kind of got somewhere near there, but let's move on to this, John, because they're the king and queen of American manufacturing, or so they say.
Kamala and I are so proud of the greatest job creation record of any president in a single term in American history. 8 years ago, how many times you hear about we can no longer be the manufacturing capital of the world? Where the hell is that written? We are the greatest manufacturing city or county in the world, state in the world.
The fact is, under Donald Trump, America lost tens of thousands of manufacturing jobs. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden and I have created nearly 800,000 new manufacturing jobs. So much so it's been described as a manufacturing boom.
The way those two talk, you'd think they would have the facts in their back pocket, ready to reference if ever questioned on their accomplishments. They don't. But lucky for us, we do.
The United States of America has lost 130,000 manufacturing jobs since January 2023, so last year. During that time, Biden and Harris racked up a budget deficit of more than $3 trillion. How's that a boom for you? Deficit spending of more than $3 trillion resulted in the destruction of 130,000 jobs. That, John Carney, is why big government is dangerous and it sucks.
Yeah, look, just last month we lost 24,000 manufacturing jobs. This is far from a manufacturing boom. It is a manufacturing meltdown that they are presiding over. All of those jobs that they say they created were really jobs that reopened when we reopened the economy. They're claiming credit basically for Trump manufacturing jobs. And then the recent record, as you just showed, is terrible. Manufacturing has been in a recession in the United States for almost 2 years now, according to the ISM reports. It is contracting, it is losing employees, it is producing less than it was before. So when they say there's a manufacturing boom, nobody in American manufacturing believes them. Frankly, I think it's such a bad lie that it's going to backfire, because it shows they can't be trusted just to tell the truth about what's going on in the economy.
You know, John, I want to talk about this because there are some that are reaping the benefits of a Biden-Harris job market. They're just not Americans. Foreign-born workers gaining 1.2 million jobs over the past year, while Americans lost more than 1.3 million jobs. And I think this is interesting because, you know, you'll see, you know, commentators on television go like, this economy is great, and the American people, they just don't see it. I don't know why they don't understand why the numbers aren't so great, and they should feel wonderful. Well, this tells us that, you know what, actually, the numbers might be okay, but it's going to migrants. The actual American-born American voter isn't feeling so great as the numbers might make you believe.
That's right. Look, Biden and Harris have followed what I call a dead end of America theory of economics. They think America's reached a dead end, that we can't grow the economy with Americans. We have to ship people in. And so that is what they're doing. That's wrong. We can make the American economy grow with Americans. We can make America great again. They don't believe it. They think we're at a dead end. They think we need to replenish our American spirit by bringing foreigners in. All of the job growth has gone to foreigners. And rather than the solution, a lot of these jobs that Americans are losing is frankly because we have an aging population. People are retiring. So the solution to that is innovation and higher wages. Instead, they want a low-wage economy, a low-innovation economy, supported by millions of people coming over the border. 2 million more foreign-born workers have entered America, at least 2 million, according to official statistics. But it's probably a lot more than that. This is over the past year. It's probably a lot more than that because, frankly, it's very hard to count illegal immigrants. Well,
John, it'd be nice. We could also have babies ourselves here in America. That might be nice if we had a policy that promoted that too. John Carney, always great to see you. Thanks for being with us on The Bottom Line.